Hey, welcome everyone. This is Jeanette, and you are listening to episode 5 of Wrapped in Hope, the single season. And I've entitled today's episode, Staying in Your Lane. Because you cannot walk in your calling if you are staring at someone else's lane. I am really glad you are here today because this one is one of those conversations that gently find us right where we are. Today, we are unwrapping something that sneaks up on even the strongest hearts, the quiet pull of comparison. It's that subtle voice that whispers, look where they are and look where you are not. It's the perfectly framed moments, the shared milestones, the smiling announcements. And there you are with a warm mug of hot chocolate, a cozy blanket, Netflix asking, are you still watching? And you quietly say, Lord, it's just you and me again this Christmas. But can I tell you something straight from the heart? Comparison is the thief of both joy and perspective. If we are not careful, it can make us resent the very story God is still carefully unfolding. Maybe you've been there, scrolling, smiling, and then feeling your heart dip just a little. It's not jealousy, it's longing. A longing to be seen, to be chosen, to feel like your life is moving forward too. You start comparing timelines. She met him at 28. I'm 40 and still waiting. He's remarried and I'm still rebuilding. They are celebrating another year together and I'm celebrating making it through alone. What starts as admiration quietly turns into anxiety. You begin measuring your worth by someone else's milestones. But comparison is a rigged game because no one posts the full story, only the polished moments. Every life has unseen chapters, and yours, my friend, is still being written by the same author who knows exactly how to turn waiting seasons into wisdom. I once asked God, why does their journey look easier than mine? His answer stopped me in my tracks. Because you are not called to their story, you are called to yours. God does not do copy and paste. He custom designs. Your timeline isn't slow, it's intentional. This season isn't punishment, it's preparation. Comparison blinds us to what God is already doing. It makes us question progress while standing in the middle of grace. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is stop scrolling long enough to notice how far God has already carried you. Galatians 6 verse 4 says, each one should test their own actions. Then they can take pride in themselves alone without comparing themselves to someone else. Purpose isn't about pace, it's about alignment. And when your eyes are fixed on God instead of other people's progress, you realize He's not behind schedule, He's building depth. So, how do we stay out of the comparison trap? Here's a few pointers that can help. First, pause before you scroll. Remind yourself what you are about to see is curated, not complete. Second, celebrate, don't compete. When someone else wins, clap sincerely. What God does for another is evidence He is still working. And thirdly, anchor yourself in gratitude. Name 3 blessings in your life that have nothing to do with relationship status. Gratitude has a way of silencing comparison every time. So before we declare anything, I want you to take a breath. Not the rushed kind, the grounding kind. Because declarations are not about pretending everything is perfect. They are about choosing truth over noise. They are about reminding your heart who's in charge of your story and deciding once again to trust the process you are in. So as we speak these words, let them settle into your soul, not as wishful thinking, but as anchored truth. I release comparison from my life. I honor my journey and trust God's timing. My path is intentional. My season is purposeful. I will celebrate others without questioning myself. My worth is secure. My story is sacred. And I choose contentment while God completes what He began. This Christmas, when comparison tries to whisper lies, remember this. Your life does not need validation to be valuable. You are not behind because someone else arrived first. You are not forgotten because your table only has one setting. You are simply walking a road that has been handwritten just for you. Because what I know for sure is this: God isn't just preparing a partner, He is preparing you for purpose. And one day you look back on the season and say, Lord, thank you for the waiting, because what you were forming in me was worth every moment. So stay in your lane, keep your heart anchored, and keep your life wrapped in hope. This is Jeanette, and you've been listening to Wrapped in Hope, the single season. Until next time, take care and God bless.